me see. All right. Okay. Give me 1 second. Share my sound. Here we go. Are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. All right. My name is Heather Hetzer. I am the care coordinator here in Central Southern Ohio. I've been with Kendal for 1 year, but I bring over 9 years of experience in aging in place, Kendal at home. So in the past, I've actually built and managed the home modification programs that are offered by the Area on Aging here in Southwestern Ohio. What I've learned is that prompt response to concerns about home modification and safety and accessibility is very crucial for those who are desiring to age in their home. So whether you need a single handrail or you're considering additional improvements, people actually do want to live in their home with dignity and independence. Evidence actually shows that individuals who maintain desired aspects of home actually live longer by planning and adapting the home for safety instead of just waiting until change becomes absolutely necessary. So by the time you become aware of an unsafe condition in your home, you're actually past the point of being safe. Don't let a fall be the first time you recognize your bathroom does not provide the safety that you need. So we're going to get into it here. Some individuals would ask, why would I need to think about home modification now? I'm young. And again, it's hard to understand all aspects of home modification until you actually need it. It's important to keep an open mind. So for example, and since I've been in this field, when I was actually looking for a home myself, I made sure the stairs were able to accommodate a stair lift and the walk-in shower could be modified if I needed it to be. And the accessibility from the outside was feasible to aging needs. It also does not necessarily need to go along with aging. So in November, actually right before I started to work for Kendal at Home, I actually fractured my L1 vertebrae in my back. Now, I've done this type of work for some time, but I've never experienced this firsthand myself. I was actually on the other end of the table than what I was used to. I was super uncomfortable. And it was just simple things that day to day were easy in my normal life that I found to be completely impossible at that moment in my life. Simple ideas such as like getting in and out of a shower, raising from a builder's grade toilet, even reaching into cabinets above my counter, they all played a factor in the independent care in my home. It was an eye opener for me, and just a firsthand experience to see, what my clients and my members truly went through on a day-to-day basis. And it was important on being proactive and prepared. It was truly an eye opener. So if you'd like to remain independent in your home, it's important that you research home modifications that you may need rather than wait, of course. Have the safety in your home to age in place and the accessibilities to handle most tasks independently. It will save you the stress of having to deal with these things last minute. So those of us who grew up expecting that by now we would have Rosie the robot from the Jetsons in our home, we all really just have a Roomba, regardless of technology. That is our friend. And when we age, whether we kick and scream to technology or not, it is very much needed. Home modification is just as it sounds. It's modification of your home to allow you to remain independent for as long as possible. Modification of your home can be a major modification, such as like widening a doorway or installing a walk-in shower, to minor home modifications, such as grab bars installed on the wall. Take another step further and you add, simple durable medical equipment. I like to think of that like the cherry on top. All right. So here are just a few minor examples of home modification that you can see in a small 1-bedroom home. But let's go into it more in depth. So let's just focus on the entry. And think to yourself, what modifications do you feel can be done to allow access to the home? So if it was your home and you were to go into the entry, what would you put? Well, maybe I might need a ramp or a grab bar at the entrance. Or maybe I need to widen my doorway to allow a wheelchair to be accessible in the home. Even down to what we call ring doorbell. The technology is very simple for safety. So then we go into the living room. Now, home modification doesn't just stem down to the framework of a home. The living room can offer a wide variety of modifications, from the carpet, of course, being changed to maybe hardwood to decrease falls. Maybe a lift chair being available to assist in rising to a seated position. But most importantly, a clutter-free home, keeping it clean, moving things aside so you don't trip over them. And the kitchen is a unique area. And if you're anything like me, we spend most of our time in the kitchen. Can you think of anything in your mind that you can modify in your kitchen? Maybe lowering countertops, easy access to cabinets, even those fancy new touch-free faucets. They're all ways to accommodate a kitchen aging in place. So bedrooms work somewhat the same. Everything must be proper height. Sometimes a bed too tall and even a bed too low can affect your living. And bathrooms are probably one of the most major use of home modifications. To installing of grab bars, to walk-in showers, you can really get into a lot of modifying to remain safe here. Toilet height actually can be a game changer. Handicap toilets they're very useful. These toilets are higher than a standard toilet, yet the look does not downplay your home. You'll never know the difference unless you sit down. Finally, if you have an office, it's easy to have cords and throw rugs. Those need to be secured or against the wall to avoid the falls. So I do have a website that I want to share with you all, and I will make sure I put that in the comments so you can copy and paste that at the end of the slides. Okay. All right, so simple lighting through the home, and it's very easy to install. These lights, actually, this is my home. These lights can be bought on Amazon, but I bought these at our local Menards. They're scattered throughout our home, and they allow for pathways to be lit. So the left picture is when all the lights are on in the home, or like there's normal lighting. And the picture on the right is when the room doesn't have enough adequate lighting. The light cover will automatically turn on. It is an LED light, and it only lights when the sensor on it touches dark areas. Handrails and lighting. So handrails, there's so many handrails that are on the market to purchase. And when you are aging in place, you must think about the ability to physically hold on to a handrail. They come in all different sizes and styles. So when you choose your handrail, you should take that into consideration, that it should be easy to grasp firmly, free of slippery surfaces, and open with no obstructions blocking them. Flat handrails, those flat handrails that you see, they're not safe for aging hands. So if you're unable to grasp completely around the handrail, it actually presents a fall hazard. Lighting, of course, like we talked about, is just as important in the home. All homes should have adequate lighting for prevention of falls during the day and night in each room. I thought this lighting was personally better than mine, but this could be a new project for my husband. I think it's absolutely beautiful, these stairs. Okay, so grab bars are probably one of the most used home modification, and they can be installed anywhere. Do you remember the 1-bedroom house that we were just discussing earlier? So whether it's your front door, that you may need assistance with that, just that one step, to showers on all areas of which a member would actually naturally grab. Grab bars can be the most simple of ways to adjust to an aging environment. There are also super poles. They're called super poles. They're part of the durable medical equipment family, and they kind of go along with grab bars. These poles, they simply go from the ceiling to the floor, and they can be easily moved where you need it. I had a client once who used the super pole to assist in and out of the bed. So it was nice because there was no wall for a grab bar to be installed in. Walk-in showers are in most homes of those who are aging. This allows for easy transfer in and out of the tub. Some with a small lip where you would still need to obviously step over, or a barrier-free shower that allow for a wheelchair to be rolled in as needed. You can also look into what is called a tub cut, but I want you to keep in mind that some things, they're just not reversible, and a tub cut is one of them. So this allows for just an existing tub to simply have a lower step in due to it being cut, a cut being made in the side of the tub. Some individuals love them. Some think they love them, but after they have it done, they completely regret it. So just make sure you're getting what you're wanting. Stair lift is another minor home modification. They consider it a minor home modification, but it's by far probably one of my favorites. Stair lifts can save an old house that maybe you want to stay in your whole life. A stair lift is just a major on the list. Depending on the stairs though, a stair lift can cost anywhere between $2,700 to $19,000. Usually it's the curved stairways that are expensive because they have to custom cut the stair lift bar to custom fit into your stairwell, but it's well worth the money if you're choosing to stay in your home. Listen, a stair lift has saved many of my past members in their home, and it has allowed them down to their basement garage to be able to leave their home, to assist them to upstairs bedrooms. It's truly been a savior. All right. Some other examples include both, include ramps, and it's either wood or metal ramps. And the difference between the two are obviously the look, but most importantly is the cost. So wood ramps are obviously more permanent, and they do take some time. The difference in both are wood ramps. In order to install those, you will need a permit because they are a permanent feature of the home. And they'll also need to be sealed and maintained to look good and feel good. But metal ramps, they're really lightweight and they're able to be moved to other locations if you feel necessary. Most of them are aluminum and they're pretty much all maintenance free. Metal ramps can be installed and uninstalled in the amount of just hours at a time, and obviously wood ramps can't do that. And some modifications can be included into the structure of the home. For example, modifying stairs. You may live in a home that was built over 50 years ago, and sometimes the exterior of those stairs make it hard to gain access to the home, maybe due to the depth of these stairs, or maybe after numerous winters, the stairs are starting to crumble and they need repair. It's very important to maintain flat surfaces so you can avoid any type of fall risk. Doorways and hallways may also be smaller, limiting access to other areas of homes. So when looking at older homes, some stairs do require to have proper height requirements per ADA federal guidelines. Okay. All right. I'd like to take you into the home of Rosemarie. I did have the pleasure of going into her home. She was very gracious to allow me in. She has some of the most amazing modifications in her home. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please let me know if you can't hear any of it. So I'll get it started.
Hello, hello, it's Heather Hetzer. I am here in Columbus, Ohio at the Living Laboratory. I did want some of the members to come in and see some of the creative ways to age in place. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
What's out there? Peephole for the kitty cat, and then you. Wheelchair height.
Mm-hmm. So the company we worked with had never done anything like this before. It was like universal design. What's that? And so we said, here's our criteria. We want 2 different heights of peepholes, and we wanted arts and crafts. So you come up with the design, and they just turn their artists loose.
And the handle is easy to grasp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything's rubber handles throughout the house. Different angle, so that when you're seated and you grab it with your wrist, you're not pushing down on it like you would on a horizontal, you're pulling yourself up. So we just wanted to experiment with that to see, does that motion of pulling yourself up, is that easier than pushing down?
Yeah.
And it just depends on the individual.
Is all a lower height.
It's a lower height. I think it's a 34. And then we've got really a nice finish here. People say, I hate looking at the plumbing. They don't realize you can hide the plumbing. And so there's plenty of room for minding space. Now somebody else that had a larger frame or a power wheelchair may have said, it's too restrictive, my knees are hitting this, but for me it's fine.
Perfect, yeah. And so let's talk about this. Is this a nightlight that automatically turns on?
When that light goes off, that light goes on if it's dark. Now it may not because of the skylight.
Okay. And your switch here can either be stay on, automatically turn on with a motion, I guess.
Okay. And this is the motion sensor for coming into the room. And then we have the fire suppression throughout the house. This room has an automatic skylight. All I do is push a button and it'll open, and if it rains, it closes automatically. So we wanted to bring natural light in every room of the house, and some ventilation, of course.
This is beautiful. This is nice and big.
We also in this cantilever sink. We thought that was handy if somebody needed to rinse their hair. We thought that would work as a way to wash your hair without taking a full shower.
Yeah, it's much different.
But it's also very wheelchair accessible, so it comes out. Now Kohler, I think, discontinued it, which I couldn't figure out why, because I really liked it. I don't know if anyone else came up with putting it back on the market. This is a barrier-free shower. We did put in this rubber dam. It's real easy to roll in and out, but it's another precaution
to keep the water
just
in.
To keep the water in. And then we've got these long, extra long curtains that are weighted on the bottom, so that when our guests are here, we just say, you're not going to have a problem. The water's going to stay in.
Yeah.
Because it can't get out now.
Well, and
you've got the curtain all the way down. We got a water dam. You can take a shower standing and point it that way. And then if you want to sit, you can put it on that and adjust the handle. And again, point it that way.
I would have never guessed that's an elevator.
So it goes up one floor. There's a loft up there, and that's where we store things.
Oh.
It's not living space because it's only served by the elevator. And
does she ride the elevator?
She does not like it. Filtered light.
That way you're not running the lights all the time, but you have adequate lighting here.
Yeah, we've got great LEDs, and we never have to change light bulbs. They'll last our lifetime.
Okay. But they're slip resistant. And
yep. We got natural light. Those are window wells, so that goes into the basement.
Oh, I was going to ask you what those works. There's one over there too.
There's glass block on that wall in the basement, so we have natural lighting in there. And then this is natural lighting for the bedroom. The bedroom is under my office.
Okay.
All the stairs have that tape on
Oh yeah, the light.
for lighting. So we got different colors of the rise and the run. If you go on down and look up at me, that's the only way you're going to see this. All right, now turn around and look up at me. Can you see how the rise and the run are different colors? You've got the lighting from above and the lighting from the stair tread. And then you've got the metal on the bullnose also. You've got a 4-foot, I think it's a 4-foot spread. So we wanted to demonstrate if a stair lift was needed, it would fit here.
And your landing's big enough, if needed, to split 2 different stair lifts rather than a curved stair lift. Your landing's big enough to accommodate that. Yeah.
And then handrails on both sides.
Both sides.
It's, you know, sufficient. These are fix something.
They're all at a lower level.
And then our mower is over there. You can see it's all hand operated. So I just hop on that. They put a railing on that, and they put a step on it for me to make that transfer easy. So that front step was something we helped them design, as well as that railing. So I just lock my wheelchair and step in, transfer to the seat, and off I go.
Wow.
They're very easy. You unlock them from a seated position. The locks are low. They're real simple. So you can get a lot of good fresh air. Yeah. You'll like that.
Instead of lifting and...
The double hungs are harder on your back. So much going on. We've got pull-out pantries here for storage. Side-by-side refrigerator, freezer. The doors open all the way.
So the side-by-side makes it much easier for you rather than the drawer, obviously, for the freezer.
Drawers are very hard. They're heavy, and then you gotta reach way down. You can't get to the bottom sometimes. We picked this because it's got just great features, including the adjustability of all the shelves and the pull-out of these shelves. Not many refrigerators have these where the shelf came out, because I have short arms. That way I can reach things easier. They had clear views and lights, so you know what's in there. You can see. And I like these drawers also for the freezer versus just having shelves. It's a lot easier to see what I have. And great light. Raise the dishwasher so it's easier. You don't have to bend down as far. So that works out for everybody.
Yes, it does.
That. These are just standard units. There's nothing special. We just put it in 18 inches above and then put in storage below. Okay. We put in a pull-down unit here. You've seen these?
I have not, no.
Let me pull it down. We could put a handle on it if we wanted to, so I could just reach it from here, but I said, that's not necessary. I can stand up and pull on it. So this all comes back down to me and just stays there. So then I can stand up a little bit and get all the paper products I need when it's picnic time.
That's different. Who makes that?
Rubbish shelf. I don't know if you can get
There
in
it is.
there.
Yes,
There's
it is. Yes.
the label for it. And I'll show you a bigger one in the
Rubbish
other
shelf.
cabinet. We've got them all over the house. Oh, there's an easier way to see it. Another rubbish shelf. These little pegs to keep things in place.
Okay, so they don't slide around in there.
Plus, they're so heavy, they don't move. And then we just didn't even need pegs here. But everything's deep drawers. It's just great to have the depth.
And lower, easier for you to grab.
And then all of our spices. just pull out so that they're right where I need them.
Yeah.
More light here. I can operate the fans here. And also I can operate them up there, but we put another unit here at waist level. Plenty of space to get under it.
Yeah.
It seems to be the right height. It's a lower profile, so it's not in my way. This is a steamer.
I was going to ask you what that was.
I can fill this with water, and I can boil my spaghetti in there, and that way I don't have to worry
Carry
about it.
pots or anything like that. Yeah.
It drains
It drain.
here.
Okay.
It drains
Yeah.
here too, so that's where I cook my pasta. And then if I put anything that I want to steam, like chicken or fish or potatoes or vegetables, I just put that in there and put the lid on it and turn it on steam so everything cooks.
You know, those pot fillers do more than you could even imagine on a normal day. I mean, I think that's a great idea to install any one of those, just carrying it. But this, to make it drain, is very unique, very cool
I
idea.
have to ask Mark, drain the noodles.
Yeah.
It's like, Mark, dinner's ready.
Yeah.
And it comes with different appliances. So, this is washable. And then there's another immersible basket, a metal basket, and that's where I put the pasta in. And then I just pull it up and it's all drained. Put it in a serving bowl and call Mark. It's very easy to clean. And delicious. Steamy food. It keeps all the flavors in.
Well, giving you the independence to still be able to do those things is huge.
Our recycle and trash. Knee space here under the sink so that I can roll in.
I've seen the trend. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
sinks are a little less deep, and the disposer's in the back
Okay.
instead of in the middle. The switch for the disposer is here underneath so that people wouldn't accidentally think it was a light if we put it back there. So we hid it. You have to know where it is. We wanted to be able to have accessibility for under the sink, so they created that little unit.
Yeah.
So they just customized it to make sure things would fit in there with the disposer and the plumbing out of the way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I was using kitchen tongs to
Oh,
get things
goodness.
out.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is so nice. Thank you, guys. Shelf Genie did that.
Shelf Genie.
Shelf Genie. We put glass on these cabinets so that it just kind of broke up the design.
Right.
And then some of the beauty of our glassware. But it's also good for someone with dementia so they can see what's in those cabinets.
I like that. Yeah.
So we hadn't thought of it that way.
Okay.
But you don't have to wonder where are the mugs.
You're right.
The mugs are there.
And you've got, this is your stove.
Yeah, this is the oven with the side hinge, so it goes all the way back. So you now have access to the oven to pull things in and out and to baste them. So that door is now gone. Wow. Yeah, what did I do that for? Thanks. What is that? No. I have to get the manual out pretty soon.
There you
We
go.
So it's a convection in a standard oven, so it does both. And this door has never come back to get me. It stays there.
Yeah. Okay.
Kiko, what do you see? It's a standard microwave, but it's also it's a convection oven too.
It seems a little bigger.
Yeah, it does both, so I can cook cakes in here and roasted chicken. Usually I use that one. But if I needed to, I could use this as another standard convection oven. Cakes and pies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't make those. That's not what we do. And then this step-free so we've got the bench on the wall and it's adjustable in height. I position my wheelchair and do the transfer here, and then I park the wheelchair here so it doesn't get wet, and all the water goes out to the drain in the back. Lighting wise, we've got some great lighting. If you're putting on makeup, you can zoom it all the way up. Or if you're just brushing your teeth at night, you can zoom it all the way down. If you're cleaning and you want more lights, you can put those on. So lighting's important as our eyes age.
And his sink's higher than your sink.
Yeah, they're only 2 inches.
Only 2 inches. Is this a towel rack? Is this a heated
Yep.
towel? I thought so.
It's a little excessive. Again, we have sponsors.
It's the greatest things in life.
Sponsor calls us, would you like a heated towel rack and heated floors? I'm like, okay.
You're not going to say no to that.
Wheelchair seat, so the transfer is very easy.
Yeah, you can still get in the tub.
I get in independently. The handrails are integrated. It's a great design. We put in a handheld shower so you can rinse your hair. And then we've got the lever handled faucet hand.
Okay. Let me stop share. I hope you guys all enjoyed her home. It's absolutely beautiful. There were some things in her walk-in closet that I kind of left out. Some of those shelf items that could just come down, which was very nice. So did you guys have any questions about home modification? That's just kind of home mod in a box. You know, it does extend beyond that. There's a lot more unique to each and every household that, you know, but I absolutely recommend, now that we're in the time of COVID and a lot of us are home more than ever, it's probably really important to look at these things now rather than later on when you need it.
Heather, can I just mention quickly that home, Rosemarie's home, it's called Universal Design Living Laboratory in Columbus. And I have not had the opportunity to go in person, but our care coordinators have. Kendal at Home took our care coordinators 2 years ago, maybe, and some of our members to visit that home. She and her husband had been riding bikes on their anniversary. I think it was their 3rd year anniversary, and a tree branch fell on her while she was riding her bike and she became paralyzed. So that is where this effort of trying to make that home, their dream home, accessible to her. So it is now used as a living laboratory. People can tour her home, and is also used for builders and contractors to visit to get ideas as they're modifying and building homes as well. So I just wanted to mention that. And Heather can share the website so that you can visit and get some more information about the living laboratory as well. Thanks, Heather.
I am looking I want to get that link for you all so you can look more into home modifications if you're interested. Here it is. I will put this in the chat if you guys want to copy and paste it, if you're savvy like that. If not, you can always reach out and I'd be happy to email it to you. Okay. Any other questions?
Looks like Ellen might be.
Ellen, you're muted.
I didn't need anything. I was just moving my hand.
I have a question, Heather, about how easy is it to access the work people who are able to do these kinds of modifications? I have trouble finding a handyman who has time for my project. So are there sources that Kendal can provide for us, names and guidance in that?
Yeah. The care coordinator, I feel, is they would be able to direct you. I can direct you in the path of a good individual who can install grab bars or do things like that for you. So just let me know, Barbara. I'll be seeing you here in a month or two. So yeah, just reach out to your care coordinator and they'll be able to recommend somebody for you. All right. Any other questions? I appreciate you guys taking the time to join me today and bear with me, and all is well. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us.
Thank you, Heather. Thank you for all that great information.
You all have a wonderful day and stay warm.
Also, great job, Heather.
You did
I don't know if the
great.
recording stops. We're still recording, I believe. So I just.
Let me